Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Parker Ring for the C2 Camogie final. 20 minutes a half and 15 aside. And the contenders are Scoil Bhailenora, Gaelscoil, Carraig, Leighin. Erdús, Bhailenora. Ibrahim, Maggie O'Keefe. Ibra Go, Cleana Ahern. Ibra 3, Cuiva O'Flynn. Ibra Cahir, Kira Guiney. Ibra Cuig, Kate Lyons. Ibra Shea, Shola Breed Lane. Ibra Shot, Clara McGrath. Ibra Hucht, Grace Keohan. Ibrane, Eva O'Flynn. Ibrade, Mary Kate O'Connell. Ahendiog, Isabel House Brophy. Adoyeg, Mirren O'Mani. 13, Aoife Werner. 14, Rihanna Niquive. Cuigdeog, Lily Noonan. Shedeog, Anya Falvey. Shockdeog, Edie Murray. 18, Elena Murphy O'Connor. Nadia, Juliet Deneen.
A bit of youth, look for youth.
Emily O'Sullivan. And Leighin, Rachel O'Donovan. Okay. And her son Gaelscoil, Carraig, Leighin. Chloe Nikramin. Sophia Niwaraku. Number 3, Fiona Nichalacoy. Number 4, Mia Niquiloy. Number 5, Belle Nichalacoya. Number 6, Zara Dialuin. Number 7, Lucy de Fruit. Number 8, Eileen Nimorgui. Renee Ruby Niarish. Emily de Hoptoy. India Lena Niiak. Royog Orla Niwaraku. 3 Ruth Nick Pratt. Cardiog Kira Nigalboy. 4 Freya Nivrian. Shadiog Shura Nivriasa. Shatiog Grace Middleton. Optiog Zoe Nihulavoy. Darren Hranach. Optiog Zoe Niwaraku. Leighin, Jessica Niconnell. Augustine Pressure, Fihado, Ni Unani Actir. Fih 3, Rebecca Niakra. Fih Cahir, Lauren Niwaraku. Fih Cuig, Edel Niguinin. Fih Shea, Faye Nivercote. Shot Rihanna in Burkhardt. I hopped Amy in Burkhardt. Vene, Shun in Kamara. Trucka, Evie in Warapoo. Trucka Hen, Molly in Sharky. Fido, Emily in Yuller Armagh. Trucka 3, Casey in Rishkyor. Trucka Cahir, Cara in Ariel. Luke McCarthy, Scoil on Prius 3, Turner's Cross, and the linesmen are also from Scoil on Prius 3, Turner's Cross. The umpires for today have come from Scoil on Spritnave in Bhailenora.
Can I take a picture of that? Yeah.
Let's go.
welcome everyone now to this final of Camogie Rhino. It's a Bhailenora wearing the black and red and playing from right to left against Gaelscoil Carraig in the gold and blue colours, playing from left to right. Now, this match day is being read by Luke McCarthy from Gaelscoil Police 3, and Gaelscoil Police 3 students as well are acting as our line boys here for today. So Neil Waiting to Luke McCarthy and the three little from Gaelscoil Police 2 for supporting us here in Scoil. And other school supporters in Scoil, and I'm sure some of our umpires will be young men who had memories of playing in Scoil finals themselves. It's Colossus School of Leighin and all your aspects, so Neil Waiting to move on. Now this match is after getting off to a blind start, and driving forward up the pitch here is the player from Gaelscoil Carraig and a fantastic block down there by Maggie O'Keefe. Maggie did fantastic work there to get the ball down. Lovely hand pass there from Leighin. Leighin in it in. Oh, and a goal scored there by Gaelscoil Carraig, and Maggie O'Keefe could not do anything about that. It went right into the corner, each perfect as they say, and the supporters in Carraig I'm sure are congratulating their team. Going for it here now, and in the defence there, and we have going for the midfield actually. I can see Renee is moving here. Ruby's getting a lot of support from her teammates, so we've got a kind of a hustle. They're hustling here for the end of the field, but coming away with it is Ruby. Ruby there, striking it on the left hand side, up and sending it up the left hand to her teammate, and can't get it there. Leighin is coming with it as well, and Lovey's right-handed strike coming right into the square there, and they're 2-1, and Maggie did fantastic work. Well done you, Maggie. That is worthy of any lead, and that save, because that was very important. With not even 2 minutes played, Maggie managed to save the second goal there with two players from the Carraig forward line bearing down top of. Now, trying to make space for herself, time out, but being dispossessed by the Bhailenora defence was Everett Treaty out there, Ruth McCrack and Leighin McCrack, and the very famous politician indeed. She's playing here and show her father and the rest of her extended family are very proud to see their daughter playing here today in the Scoil final. Now putting pressure is Bhailenora. Bhailenora driving forward. Bhailenora not to be daunted by this majestic team from Carraig that managed to start the match with a goal in the opening minute. And Bhailenora managed to keep the ball down there into defence there, and for Carraig cannot afford to make a mistake, but coming out with a silver hook, Leighin for her free, the captain from Primary Games representing as well the Gaelscoil Carraig. So well done there now to Eileen playing the captain's role. Now the ball is down in the Bhailenora defence. The Bhailenora really holding up, and a fantastic relieving clearance there from the player for Bhailenora. Coming forward again is Eileen. Eileen is trying to get around four players, and she managed to get the shot in despite being under a lot of pressure. And a great block there from the player, the defender from Bhailenora. She did very well. And then for Carraig is still trying to drive forward. Another great block there. And our referee today, Luke McCarthy from Gaelscoil Police 2, is making sure that the player from Bhailenora is in perfect condition to play on. She got an awful fight. As they say, she put her body on the line there for her school. And of course, the mentor, who's also a maker, wants to make sure that she's perfectly okay to play on. The Bhailenora young females are very, very proud of their school, and especially proud of the boys who already won and their final, and would like to emulate that by winning their own final as well. Now with school hoping to make a difference in Gaelscoil Carraig who are going to try and win their own Scoil final. But anyway, to get into a final is an achievement in itself. Everything else is a bonus. Now collecting the ball there, Leighin, Leighin coming into Maggie, and poor Maggie just failed to control it. So Lena has a score there, and a fortuitous score for Lena, but all the same Lena had it on target. And hard look there, Maggie, who tried her very best. We'll continue with the play. So we now have 2 goals for Gaelscoil Carraig, 2 goals to Gaelscoil Carraig and then we have gone in scorer before the Scoil Bhailenora. Now, I have been set up with a better mic. My apologies if I wasn't very clear or coherent up to now. But here we have just over 5 minutes of play in the first half of this Ryan Camogie Pro final. And Gaelscoil Carraig August Scoil Bhailenora. And Gaelscoil Carraig have started their final with a goal scored by Leighin. But Scoil Bhailenora are doing very well to keep that forward line very, very quiet. 15 players on both teams, 20 minutes a half, so we've 40 minutes of fantastic camogie ahead of us. What a fantastic block down there by the defender from Bhailenora. Was that Leighin Ahern, Quivo Flynn, the captain, or Carraig? But there was a Gaelscoil Carraig there behind us, so that was a very important lockdown. Now coming forward again, it's like they're coming in waves, it's Gaelscoil Carraig. And here we have the captain, Leighin coming through with the ball. It just tantalisingly went right across the goal, and a great deflection there, flicking the ball away was Leighin Ahern for Bhailenora, while the Gaelscoil Carraig there was teeing herself up to strike the ball. Now, a relieving clearance, I'm sure, will be done here by the player from Bhailenora, and striking it was Leighin Ahern, and it was going to Leighin Ahern. What lovely one-handed control there by the player from Bhailenora. Coming is Leighin. Leighin is trying to make space for herself. She's been blocked down there by an absolutely fearless player from Emily O'Sullivan from Bhailenora. And they know the measure of Leighin. They know how extraordinarily good she is. And they're going to make sure that Leighin is going to be contained. All right, so anyway, here we've Gaelscoil Carraig coming through, and Gaelscoil Carraig, and they've managed to keep the ball in play, trying to push it forward. Collected there, receiver 3, Quivo Flynn, the captain for Bhailenora. Quivo sent it out along, going right across her goal, must send it out the opposite wing, trying to create space for her team. But only as far as, if I imagine, it's Leighin, and I think Leighin getting her first point, sending the ball up and over. So now we have Gaelscoil Carraig with Gaelscoil August Coolina 1, and we have Scoil Bhailenora both gone in scorer break, but then with only 7.5 minutes to play, there's a lot of camogie ahead of us again now. Interesting thing is, congratulations to sisters Eva Flynn and Quivo Flynn. What a lovely special occasion it is, and a great memory for 2 sisters being playing on the same team. And we have also Quivo Flynn carrying the captain's banner or mantle here today, being supported by joint captain Grace Cohan as well. So we have 2 captains with Bhailenora, and then of course we have Leighin and the captain for Gaelscoil Carraig. Now Bhailenora, as I said, their boys won comfortably in the previous match, and the girls are under a bit of pressure here, but I'm sure they're being really inspired by what they saw from the boys. Now Gaelscoil Carraig again at school with a proud tradition in Scoil. And when you're in Rhino, you're definitely some of the supreme talent here in the county. And these girls, some of them might even have seen Cork play against Clare last weekend in Porky Ring and see Cork win convincingly. Which school here today will carry the winning accolades home with them today? Regardless, they're all winners for having even made the appearance. Fantastic block down there by number 9, Eva Flynn. Eva blocking the ball down, getting support from her teammates as well. Now there's a bit of a shuffle here, a bit of a kerfuffle, and Eva sending across the field, wisely done, because there were too many bodies in front of her. It's gone as far as centre of the field, and trying to get it is Leighin getting support from her teammate as well. Give her a shot. Kieran McGrath, Top Rowan and Lucy DeProot. The 2 of them, they failed to get it sent it up the field because the tenacious play of Scoil Bhailenora is not letting him get scores easily here today. They might have gotten 2 goals in quick succession, but they could have a very quiet match for the rest of the match if Bhailenora have anything to say for it. Now, it is a game where both teams are definitely competing aggressively for the ball, but fairly all the same, because they know how important it is. Leighin sending the ball up, or Pitog sending the ball up along the middle there to her forward line and keeping the play going. Oh, what a fantastic catch there from the player from Bhailenora. Now, here coming from Bhailenora with a beautiful pick up there was there, Ivor. It's very hard to see. I'm sorry with the ponytail. The ponytails make it difficult for people like myself. But I thought that was number 9, Ava Flynn, one of the sisters of Bhailenora, playing her heart out here. Again, you can see a lot of bodies coming together. It means that it isn't as clean a game of camogie as we would like. But the most important thing is that no player gets hurt, and Ava's gone for the second time. Sending it out into space, a very good decision her part. Sending it up to number 14, Rina Niquive. Rina has managed to get a free for herself there, and a free for Bhailenora, which might allow the free taker to actually get a score that would actually open the account for Bhailenora here. Setting herself up to take her is Isabel House Brophy, the Bhailenora Primary Games representative, who also carried the mantles for her school as well. So lovely strike. She's keeping it on target to her teammate, which is beautifully done. And getting to Ivor Hawks there is Grace Johan. Grace unfortunately didn't get the ball too far. Coming out is Eileen. Eileen, I think, is a bit like the Duracell bunny. She must have had her Weetabix this morning, because she's driving up the field full of energy, and she has made a lot of contact. What's the word? If the stats were being taken, I'm sure Eileen would be top of the list. So a great effort there by Ivor Shea. Shola Breedlane. Shola is trying to get the ball, is trying to collect it, and she is determined to get it into her hand. And I'm afraid it's not that easy when you have a lot of bodies around you who are dispossessing you at every hand's turn. We can see that the attitude here from both teams is commitment. If one is on the ball, I'll go and support her. And that means we have a lot of players together. Unfortunately, I'm sure she have stumbled, was number 20, Emily O'Sullivan. She committed a foul there on the player from Gaelscoil Carraig. So Hucks here to Gaelscoil Carraig is seeing the ball up beautifully into her defence, into her forward line, but being batted down there by Shola Breed. And Eileen has it again. Eileen is giving this a lot of height, but it went shot is there for you. Now, for me, our Clay, of course, looking at it, but anyway, as well as the umpires are looking at it. Now, opting to puck it out here is, I think, was that our fullback? Our fullback is Clevo Flemishi on captain or right cornerback, I'm not sure. It went past midfield, but being collected there by the player from Gaelscoil Carraig, being pushed forward by Gaelscoil Carraig. Carraig are not happy with Cool or Coolina Wall. They obviously have great respect for this Bhailenora team and are very eager to make sure that they don't lose sight of the fact that this is an important match, and because it's an important match, it's important that you make sure you guarantee success. Now, the ball is thrown in by our right tour, and it's still up in the Bhailenora end of the field. Bhailenora hoping to get it out quickly, but here we have Iverne Rubini, the Orange Tabronum, and Ruby failed to get it in though, but that's okay. She didn't get it as far as she would have liked. And coming out is Shola Breed. Shola Breed is coming out with the ball, sending it off the field now to her forward line, and looks like Bhailenora are creating something here. Lovely solo on there by Leighin. Isabel House Brophy. Unfortunately, Isabel just didn't get it on direction, but that's okay. Now Gaelscoil Carraig, I'm sure, have great respect for this forward line for Scoil Bhailenora. Is looking for his delight. We have a chance to pop out the ball and get our hand on the ball here. Now, again, play is quite slow here in the middle of the field. They're really competing in packs here, trying to win the ball. And Eileen managed to get through. In trying to get through, she overcarried the ball. Unfortunately, not happy with that. But I'm sure Eileen will understand that our Raytor is here to make sure that every player stays safe first and foremost, and also to be as fair to each team as possible. She will learn, unfortunately, that she can't belly dance through the Bhailenora defence. Now, great ball there, going right in deep, bouncing in front of the defender for Gaelscoil Carraig. Oh, a lovely, majestic solo run here by Eileen yet again, sending it down the right-hand side, and shepherding it over the line is Maggie O'Keefe. Maggie sending it out to Clevo Flynn. Clevo is going to strike the ball up the middle of the field, no doubt, trying to find one of her teammates. But she tried to hit it short to pass it to her teammate, and it did manage to get there, and it got to Shola Breed. Shola is playing a great game. She really is very strong on the ball, making a big difference. Getting great support there from Muireann O'Mahony. Well done, Muireann. Muireann now is also getting support from another teammate as well. But here we have Gaelscoil and Carraig coming, and Mia Nicola managed to send the ball forward there. And coming forward with the ball is ever a shock, Lucy DeProot. Lucy's ball is dropping tantalisingly in front of the goal mouth there. And coming to collect it is that Shola Breed again. Strike it along the ground, a lovely ground ball getting to her teammate. There's some lovely skill on the exhibition of Camogie here, being cleared beautifully by Aoife Werner. Aoife Werner sending it down here. And there we have now, within 3 shots of the ball, and could even be 2 shots. Only we have the ball up the field to number 20, Emily O'Sullivan. So Bhailenora managing to get the drive forward to make a difference, put pressure on this Carraig defence. But I don't think Sophia Niburi, Fiona McCallacoin, Mia Nicolon, Belly Gunnacha, Zara Jaloon and Lucy DeProot are going to allow that happen easily. And they're getting great support from Eileen Vaughan and Ruby Leorish. And that has been a great performance by that defence so far for Gaelscoil. Carraig to say that Scoil Bhailenora have failed yet to get a score. With 16 minutes, we're going into the second half of this first half, or the second quarter as they say. And still Gaelscoil Carraig have managed to keep Scoil Bhailenora scoreless. And that's no easy feat. Bhailenora had a great reputation coming into this final, and Gaelscoil Carraig have managed to answer it at every turn. Now here we have Gaelscoil Carraig, a nice direct ball right up through the middle, trying to find a teammate, a push in the back there by a player from Gaelscoil Carraig and Bhailenora haven't. Now I think Isabel House-Brophy was going to take it, but she's opted to push forward, asking her teammate Ivor Treaty of Aoife Werner to strike the ball. Aoife playing very deep for a girl wearing jersey number 13. She's obviously decided to come back and support her defence. Aoife sends a high lobbing ball right into space, right into the square. And collecting it there is the player for Scoil Bhailenora. And opting to use a bit of soccer. And there we have, playing a bit of football, the first point scored by Mary Kate O'Connell. Well done, Mary Kate. Mary Kate opening the account for Scoil Bhailenora. And here we have now a very interesting scoreline with 2 goals between them. 2 goals and a point for Gaelscoil Carraig to that single point for Scoil Bhailenora. What a fantastic inch-perfect ball by Chloe Cremeen up to Eileen Vaughan. And that was inch perfect. All Eileen had to do was raise her hands and collect the ball. And Eileen's shot unfortunately went wide. So we've another puck out here now for Quiva O'Flynn. Captain on one side and captain on the other. Quiva sends the ball up nice and deep into midfield. Nice lobbing ball. First one was the player for Gaelscoil Carraig. And coming away from those, the player from Scoil Bhailenora. Excellent job there from Ivor Angie out playing instead very deep Isabel House-Brophy. Bhailenora have been forced to bring their forwards back right into midfield and beyond in order to curb the deadly forward line from Gaelscoil Carraig. But here we have defender, and was it Ivor Huff for Gaelscoil Carraig sending the ball up? No, it must be a defender. Neil Kane Ivor Vier. The ponytails make it difficult to see. Now, it could be Ivor 3. Let's say it's Ivor 3. It's Fiona Calacoin who gave that relieving clearance, stopping the attack there from Bhailenora. Since then, the ball has been stuck in the middle of the field. The conditions here in Parky Ring are absolutely inch perfect. It's like playing in a carpet. But there are so many bodies competing for that single ball that it's very hard for a player to get it. But this player did, and coming forward and hoping to get her own score was a fantastic point scored by the player with the beautiful pink helmet. Was that Ivor and May, I think, was it Ruby Narish getting a point there for Gaelscoil Carraig. And that was a lovely point to increase the scoreline now. 2 goals and 2 points. Gauchul Gauchulin, the Gaelscoil Carraig either and Cooley the wine. The Scoil not shoot to Bhailenora. And Bhailenora are trying, they're pushing forward, they're driving players forward. We even have defenders trying to push forward to try and make a difference, just to eat into that lead that Gaelscoil Carraig have created. And it is a very competitive match. If I didn't look at the scoreboard, I wouldn't know who's in front and who's behind. Two teams evenly matched, except for the scoreline. Coming away with is Aoife Werner. Aoife Werner thankfully earned herself a free for her teammate. Again, wearing the jersey number 13 and playing midfield and in the defence as well, trying to get the ball forward for her school. Aoife is opting to hit the ball high, lobbing deep ball into her forward line, and I think it's worked. It's coming to her teammate, and there's another one here, but no, not as. Unfortunately, Ivercuida, Lily Noonan couldn't make any headway there, but getting support though from number 10, Mary Kate O'Connell, but coming for it is Eileen. And we have 20 minutes of the first half. The first half completed, 20 minutes of play, and it is a very evenly matched game between these two schools. Scoil Bhailenora with that single point forwarded to that player Mary Kate O'Connell for just getting rid of that 0-0 scoreline and giving them hope against Gaelscoil Carraig who are very comfortable ahead. Gaelscoil agus Gaelscoil lead. It's all to play for in the second half. just noticed there was a Kingston playing. Now we're into the second half of this very entertaining match. It's a Gaelscoil Naduk, Carraig Toblerone playing this time now from right to left, and then we have Bhailenora playing from left to right. Now, Bhailenora has made a very good start. This free will be very important for them to add to that point they got in the first half. But Gaelscoil, Carraig have lined the goal mouth here, so they're expecting this ball to drop in deep, and it is dropping in indeed, but it's okay. Leighin McMahon is after clearing the ball, coming to her 3D out here. Aoife Werner. Aoife has Eva Cindy back in again to her teammates. So Scoil Bhailenora are playing a lot of pressure on this Carraig defence. They know that if they can get a score in the opening 5 minutes, they could eat into the lead that Carraig have. Now Carraig are staying very firm, very strong. They have the majority of their players in their half of the field, so Carraig have opted to defend against this tenacious Bhailenora school. Bhailenora have a free. Set yourself up to take the free is the player for Scoil Nashuta Bhailenora, and she sent it right in and went right across the goal. Chloe Cremine opted to let the ball go to the right and to my right and wide, and that was very wisely done. And Chloe is after sending the ball out, very deep ball. She came right out to hit that puck out, so she got great distance on it. Now, Scoil forward the ball is Ivor Hucht again, Leighin. Leighin unfortunately hit it to the left and wide. She sent it to the left and wide. So anyway, here we have carrying on with the match. We have Carraig with their chance to hit the ball in. So hitting the ball in now is I imagine it's Leighin taking it. Leighin a quick hold and a very effective one at that. Leighin has set herself up to take it. So here we have now Leighin striking the ball. She's striking low and hard. And yet another deflection. What great defending there by Bhailenora. Bhailenora have been extraordinarily good now to keep their goal mouth clear at this second half. We have over 2 minutes played, and this is such a contrast to the first half. It just goes to show Bhailenora seem to have the measure of Gaelscoil Carraig now in the second half. And they really are playing much more effective camogie. They are going to line the goal out again. They know the measure of Leighin. They know what she's hoping to do. Leighin opted to get her goal when she was taken the first time. I wonder would she just opt to put it up and over. But to see very shocked of Bonham. It's Lucy de Prout. Lucy de Prout opted to hit it high, but it just went to the right and wide. Hard look there, Lucy, but then Gaelscoil Carraig are very comfortable. They can afford to hit a few wide. Now, getting ready to take the puck out here is Quiva playing the captain. Quiva had a great first half, and she's hoping to match it now in the second half. Leighin has the ball. Leighin is trying to not even a Nate Toblerone. Ruby in the R-eat. Ruby is trying to get through. Ruby has stepped over the sideline, so that means the sideline ball there now for Scoil Bhailenora. As I said, Scoil Bhailenora have managed to just control the game a little bit better this half. Going to take it Emily O'Sullivan. They definitely are playing with a different mindset of strategy, and it looks to be very effective. Unfortunately, that sideline didn't go too far, but it's okay. Collected there is number 14, Rena McKee. Rena is trying to get forward. Again, the sheer skill, determination and strength from Gaelscoil Carraig means that they were dispossessed very easily. Now, dispossessing again is the player for Scoil Bhailenora. She's trying to make space so she can hit the ball. She has made space and a great drive in for Bhailenora. Bhailenora again first in front of the ball goes the defender for Gaelscoil Carraig. Textbook defending, and unfortunately she, when trying to clear the ball, Struck the shin of Eva Death there, Mary Kate O'Connell for Bhailenora. Pure accidental. Tenacious play there by Neely Cullen, but nonetheless was fair all the same. Our rhetor is Luke McCarthy from Gaelscoil Police Teams, just going to allow Mary Kate just the opportunity just to put a bit of magic holy water on it and just let the sting go. But it is very exciting here today nonetheless, because I do think this could be a game of two halves. Bhailenora, as I said, have a greater measure in the second half. They're playing very calm, very composed camogie, and they are definitely not allowing Gaelscoil Carraig the free-flowing camogie they enjoyed in the first half. Set yourself up to take the free and taking her time, take a few deep breaths and sending the ball in deep. Oh, what fantastic feeding there by Eileen. It wasn't enough though, even though Isabel House broke, it did send the ball in. Eileen sent it out to Eva Hajog, Glenna sent it up again in two shots. The ball has been cleared from Gaelscoil Carraig and it's down in Bhailenora's defence. Bhailenora's are defending very well. Great play there by Eva Quig, give her a shot. Kate Lyons and Ciara McGrath and Ciara, and but coming in again, Eva Hajog is Glenna sending it in. And but first there to meet the ball is the defender from Bhailenoora. Very important clearance there. A clearance that is actually marking the play of Bhailenoora in the second half. Coming forward is Murren O'Mahony. Murren O'Mahony definitely was trying to get the ball into the forward line, but she was dispossessed by Gaelscoil Carraig. Here we have Bhailenoora, three of them marking the single player from Gaelscoil Carraig. And it has worked, it's been very effective. And Scoil Bhailenoora getting the ball in. They definitely want to add to that point they got in the first half. They're trying to keep the play up there, hoping to open the defence for Gaelscoil Carraig. And collected there is Isabel Housgrove. Isabel is set herself up. Is she going to get a point? And unfortunately another wide. I'm afraid Bhailenoora cannot afford these wides, says the expert sitting on the hot seat here inside in the stand. But still at the same time it shows that Bhailenora's play has gained momentum, etc., and they are putting a lot more pressure on this defence for Gaelscoil Carraig. Sending the ball in and a fantastic shot there by Eileen Lee, and Eileen got a lovely point. But well done to Maggie O'Keefe. Maggie O'Keefe did very well there to get a hurley tooth and send it over the bar. It could have dipped under her crossbar, but Maggie kept her eyes on it and Maggie saved the day. Well done to you, Maggie. Now striking the ball out, Quiva Flynn. Quiva sent to her team. Inch perfect pass by Quiva. But unfortunately being swamped there by Gaelscoil Carraig players. Midfielders, Ivernay, Ahendiakas and Death. But coming away with it is Aoife Werner. Aoife's trying to get a bit of space so she can get her shot in, and she did. And a beautiful pass there to her teammate. Coming through is Isabel House-Brophy. Isabel is sending it in, but what Maggie can do on one side, Chloe can do on the other. And definitely pressure here for Gaelscoil Carraig, and collecting the ball there was that Isabel. Maybe she should have opted, hit it quickly on ground and catch Gaelscoil Carraig napping, but no, it wasn't to be. Gaelscoil Carraig have done very well. Come out as far as Eileen, and Eileen is sending that ball out, driving it out with interest. What? Imagine, half a minute ago it was in one defence, and now here it is in the other. Coming out is that Quiva Flynn. I think it could be Quiva trying to clear it. Quiva has earned herself a free in a wedge. Chopped down on the hurley, she was trying to strike the ball. And a lovely free, quickly taken. No time wasting here by these two teams. And the ball sent back in it, and trying to catch it. What's bravery by these girls? They'll put the hands up, her hurleys are swinging. Fearless, where they are, is the only way to describe it. And here we have even a shot there. Ciara McGrath, Ciara getting help for her teammate. But getting it there now is that Lucy de Food coming? No, she'll give her name, Ruby Niori. And the hurley over is Eileen Nivohari. Eileen one-handedly trying to tackle up, but she couldn't make inroads there, and she's great credit to Bhailenoora there to get the clearance out. Now, competing tenaciously. You can do soccer here in Camogie if needs be, as long as it drives the ball forward. And a very tenacious player by Sarah Dooley. She kept going and she managed to win the ball. Eileen is getting through there. Eileen is trying to get the ball up. She's sending the ball in. It's holding. And the Bhailenoora player did very well deflecting the ball over the end line. So it will be the puck's there in. Normally now, we call it a 65 normal term, but here because, and of course Camogie 15 aside just like the Blue Police, but because the pitch has been shortened, the referee will measure the distance. So setting the ball up to strike it and taking it beautifully, she was like teeing it up on a racket. And hard look there, but good play there though by Eileen in Carraig. Eileen got the ball in, player injured for Scoil Bhailenora. And Eileen trying to get through. I think Eileen has overcarried the ball. Eileen, she did overcarry. I'm afraid Eileen, it's 3 sets. And then you have to do something with it. But I suppose all she saw was goal. And she forgot to count. But anyway, that said, Eileen has had a big impact on this game. She's got great support from Zard and Lucy DePat and Ruby Lee Arish. And they really have been like maestros around the middle of the field, putting pressure on Scoil to Bhailenora, who have been under a lot of pressure trying to defend. But Scoil to Bhailenora have done very, very well. They've only allowed 1 point past in the second half, and that shows the team who are here to compete. And you have to give credit to the team. To go in behind in the first half and to come out like this fighting shows great spirit, determination and great heart. And well done to Scoil to Bhailenora. Our poor player having to be removed from the field. I hope she recovers soon. Now Eileen coming again, the Pittsburgh striking the ball in, and it's gone to the left and right. Now again there have been more wides I think played by Gaelscoil, but that said, it hasn't put them under any pressure at all. We've Flynn off to go to the other wing this time with her puck out. Getting to her teammate almost there. Now there's fierce competing going on. There's legs, hurleys, everything going in here. But players trying to win the ball. And coming out with it is Ruby Niarish. Ruby coming through. Ruby, between Ruby now and Eileen, they have both managed to control midfield. And Gaelscoil and Carraig really have created an awful lot of their scores from the sweeping waves of attack coming through the 2 midfielders. Now we have yet another equivalent of a 65 here today, and take it will be Eileen. Eileen is very calmly coming forward with just over 10 minutes late in the second half here. We're in the last quarter of this game, and she's taking her time to set herself up. She wants to make sure she gets a score here, but fantastic defender here. Berating herself, I'm afraid, is Leighin at her, but all I can say is Leighin, that was an important save, because by the looks of things from our vantage point, it looked like Eileen intended for the ball to dip under the crossbar. So Leighin made a crucial save there. Well done, you, Leighin. Between Leighin, Weaver Flynn, Ciara Guiley, Kate Lyons, Charlotte Reid and Ciara McGrath, they have really worked tirelessly to control a defence from Carraig that have been bolstered by and sweeping waves of attack coming in from midfield. They should be very proud of them, as I'm sure their parents and their teachers, principals and school community are indeed. Now, Camogie is alive and well in Bhailenora, and I'm sure it will continue to be so with these players coming through into the Camogie ranks in under 14 and forward. But sprinting forward, collecting the ball is Eileen. Eileen is she's like someone running the 100-metre sprint. Usain Bolt couldn't match her. And what a lovely flicket. That was a fantastic cross there by Eileen. And the person to score it, I'm afraid I cannot see. Her beautiful, majestic black ponytail is blocking the number. I'm afraid I cannot give her Hogarth, but Hogarth is all the same. Now Carraig, but Hogarth is all the same. Now Carraig with just 7 minutes left in the second half. I think they're in the driver's seat. 3 goals and 3 points. Now to that single point. Bhailenora, although defending valiantly and making such an impression on me in the second half, are not able to put it on the scoreline, and unfortunately scores win matches. But that said, it is still a very exciting game, and here we have Carraig pushing forward again with yet another sweeping wave attack, but being met again by the defence from Bhailenora. Very intelligent clearance out to the opposite wing, trying to find another player. But here we have Gaelscoil Carraig coming through again. I think it's the other Quidso, or is it Eileen? It's either Eileen now or Ruby coming through. Both equally talented in their own right. Now, a great clearance there by Bhailenora. That's the kind of relieving clearance that gives the team heart. And here is Scoil. Leighin has it. Scoil is pushing forward. She's driving the ball forward, but there's no one marking the player. Unfortunately, Bhailenora, they don't have enough players playing forward. Maybe that's at the cost of defending as well as they have in the second half, because there's no denying they have defended extremely well. And that defending has made a marked difference on the performance of Gaelscoil Carraig line and the forward line. So we can see the cost of it by bringing players back. But that said, let's get back to the play. Here we are at the play with Gaelscoil Carraig line seeing the ball down to the left-hand side of the field, being met again by the other defender and sending the ball, clearing the ball with Ivor Cui there, Kate Lyons. Kate Lyons did very well. Or was that Ivor Tree Natharish? Could have been Ivor Tree. Now, Bhailenora getting the ball, clearing it out, coming as far as number 13, Aoife Werner. Aoife Werner is sending the ball forward indeed as Aoife. And Aoife is doing very well, but Gaelscoil Carraig line coming through. Is that Eileen? Eileen sending another ball in. And Colleen Ella to Eileen. So we have Eileen, that's 3, Colleen, if my counting has been correct. Don't quote me, I could be wrong. I think I'd need the Bhailenora, Moontori and the supporters to tell me who scored what. But all the same anyway, a score is scored by a single player, but it's earned by a whole team. And that is something we must remember, that this Gaelscoil Carraig line team, starting with the amazing Chloe Cremeen, who has managed to block every ball that has come her way, right through to Jessica O'Connell, 21. They have all earned this win today. And Bhailenora still going forward. Ivor Huck raised her hand trying to push the ball forward. Still, and here we have our Unadi, Rachel O'Donovan trying to make a difference. And Bhailenora are really, really worth seeing here today. That is a fantastic striking, but stopped here then by Chloe. Chloe getting to her teammate, flicking it out calmly to her teammate, being cleared out. Unfortunately, Bhailenora trying to earn scores from the middle of the field, and it isn't working for them on the scoreline. As I said, it's made a big difference in their defence, but unfortunately there is a cost to it all the same. Now with a scoreline of 3 goals and 4 points for Carraig line and only 4 minutes left to play, it looks likely that Gaelscoil Carraig line are going to win the curran here for Camogie Rhino, but not without having to work very hard and be pushed to the pin of their collar by the extraordinary Bhailenora team, who have displayed heart and determination, and none more so than Maggie O'Keefe, the Coolbora, who has really had to be very busy today and keeping her nervous. And Gaelscoil Carraig line, midfield and mind forward line. Now trying to come out with his player for Bhailenora, and earning a free there is Lily Moon. Well done to you, Lily. Lily's earned the free, and relieving clearance, always what we hope for Bhailenora. Sends the ball forward, right into the forward line, and that's exactly what she does. A great drive up there and coming with one shot is in the forward line of Bhailenora, and hopefully by a second will be right in the square. And great job there, a fantastic point scored by Isabel Housebroken. Isabel was trekking that point all day, well done, Isabel. So Isabel Housebroken did very well there. That's going to give her team heart. What a great block down there by Eva O'Flynn. Eva and her sister Cleva, the captain. The 2 sisters, what a proud day for them and their family. Family, may I add, because we have sisters. And here we have the O'Flynn family are doing it here, but they cannot make it inroads when it comes to this extraordinarily good Gaelscoil Carraig line defence that have only left 2 points in here today. What an amazing defence we have here for Gaelscoil Carraig line. Now, watching the ball go over the line was the cool, calm, collected Maggie O'Keefe. Maggie has the ball there, and Maggie is giving it to her full-back here. Ivor Tree. Now, Orator is just letting Maggie know that she can pass it on to her Ivor Tree, her teammate, and then asking the forward from Gaelscoil Carraig line just to give Cleva O'Flynn some room to swing a hurley. And Cleva does that with effortless ease. But unfortunately, Cleva wasn't looking to see where Eileen was. Or maybe Eileen was watching Cleva. All the same, Eileen's ball has gone in. Eileen can quite happily watch that ball go over the in-line. At this stage for Gaelscoil Carraig line, a wide is as good as a score for them, because they're comfortably ahead. With only a minute to play, it's 3-2 agus Carraig Cooley for Gaelscoil Carraig line. I gwena go Cooley no Scoil on shoot the Bhailenora. So 3-2 agus go Cooley after her. And I must say, I think now at this stage the writing is on the wall. But you wouldn't think that the way you see Bhailenora defending out here. To see the way they're playing with heart and determination. And you cannot find that. You cannot find that in a bottle. You cannot find that in a box. That's the spirit of community that's in the school. Here we have another white for Gaelscoil Carraig line. And with less than a minute to go now, we have it as we have there another puck out here by Leighin. She's been very busy today. Leighin has sent that in the right direction. And yet, but it's read by the player for Gaelscoil Carraig line. Ever a shot, and yet here we have. This match is over. Played between a valiant Bhailenora team and commiserations to you. But he should be so proud of your effort. We were a team, maybe with a low score line, but huge heart. And then Carraig, it was the Gaelscoil Carraig line. They led from the opening minutes of this match, and they never let go of that lead. So Carraig is team. So here we are saying goodbye to you from the beautiful Parky Ring, majestic Parky Ring, and special thank you to the County Board for allowing Scoil host these fantastic finals here today. And all I can say is Camogie Agu.
Now, Gaelscoil Carraig line. And look, speaking of Gahora. A shot going for Bhailenora, and making the presentations today are Sarah Clinch, Rooney of Scoil on this great occasion. Cueva and Grace are son Bhailenora. Gaelscoil, Carraig, adding huge colour to our occasion today. And noise. So Ellen receiving the trophy.